Howdy folks, Greenside Project here, with this daily update of the July Challenge in August, whereby I sort of sandwich together both the tertiary objectives and a daily update in one big mega video. So what I've done is, I've actually moved all my Dark Angels army up the cabinet onto my kitchen table, so we can all have a look at it as I do my chatting, because I already owed you one tertiary objective. Come on Barry, look the right way. And then actually, as of yesterday, I now owed you two, but they're very similar tertiary objectives. They're A-linked, so I thought I'd do them all in one foul swoop, and I'm sure Warboss Ty won't mind if I take the tie points for both of those, even though technically I'm cheating and doing them as one big Uber video. It's quite nice seeing all the minis actually up out here. Last time I roughly tallied up the points, it is about a 15,000 point army. 15,000 point? No, 1,500 point. Sorry about that. The only thing that I've got for these guys, not counting allies, I've not done yet, is the Rhino. I needed a break from painting green. I think what I might do is, in the not too distant future, I'm planning on getting an airbrush, so it might hold off till then. But anyway, tertiary objectives. Right, here's Scout Squad Alpha. An enthusiastic bunch of new recruits who, bless them, aren't particularly good at surviving. They fought Necrons, and bless them, the Necrons slaughtered each and every one of them as they tried perilously to hold on to an objective in about the second turn. And then they perilously faced down some perilous Dark Eldar, who were the Dark Eldar on, I want to say hoverboards. I know it's not hoverboards really. Now I want to say mandrakes. Dark Eldar on Marty McFly things. Basically, they got shot lots by Dark Eldar. But my hero here, Alan, he survived. He didn't break. He tactically hid in some terrain and then tactically scarpered towards another objective, which he couldn't quite hold in the end. He didn't quite make it in time by the end of turn 5, but he really went for it. He's a survivor, is Alan, even when I forgot that he got a 6+ cover save from his camo cloak. Even then, he didn't let it get him down. He's a survivor, is Alan. So yeah, that's Scout Squad Alpha, bless them. They keep trying, but they're not very fortunate. I sort of imagine that probably statistically, say you've got 10 Scout Squads in your company, maybe slightly more, maybe slightly fewer. Anyway, you've got your Scout Squads. Now, some of them statistically are going to end up going on missions which are basically like pacify the last remaining squat, where you're going and give him good shooting, and some of you end up with missions which are like hold this valley against the oncoming chaos hordes whilst we evacuate the planet, which is a bit more ropey and a bit more dicey. And I reckon statistically these guys are much more likely to have the hold the valley against overwhelming odds whilst we evacuate the planet sort of a thing than the oh dear, glory me, the cafeteria needs more coffee beans, will you go and get them sort of missions. Yeah, the Doom Scout Squad Alpha there. Talking of Doom, we have cack-handed Sergeant Steve here, who has never actually defeated an enemy in battle, because every battle I've had with him, he's rolled well on Guts Hot and burned himself to death horribly with his own pistol. That thing there is more lethal than any number of Necron Overlords or Dark Eldar Pain Dubries. That there is a death trap plasma gun. I live for the day he doesn't kill himself. I really do, viewers. It's just not happened yet. Maybe one day he'll manage not to roll a 1, not to burn himself to death, or even just, you know, stop burning to death horribly with the plasma gun by using his power armour effectively. Who knows? But yeah, this is possibly the biggest liability I've got on the table at the moment. Sergeant Steve, darn you. And of course, we all know we've got Commander Carl here, Larry the Librarian, and our superstar, who's just going to come over here, Barry. Now, Barry, in the one battle he's had, has faced down the numerous Dark Eldar hordes and survived, mostly by attracting all their mamby-pamby shuriken bolts and living to tell the tale. He did blow up in the end quite horribly after some sort of heretical Dark Lance pierced him several times. But actually, the first few times he got shot, he was just stunned. And you know what? Barry's like the world's best pincushion for attracting fire away from everyone else in my army. Well done, Barry. He's a superstar as Barry. Right, so what have I been up to today? I undercoated my Krieg test model. He's just drying behind me. I've not picked up any grey paint, undercoat spray paint stuff yet today, which is a shame, because I really need to get my Mordians and Talons done. After the last lot of Talons I painted up in white, it reminded me why I hate so much white undercoat. It's quite nice for getting vibrant colours-ish, but also you always get those little bits of white sticking out from your model going, look where he's missed, look where he's missed. And because it's white, it's bright, it's impossible to miss. God, I'm not using white undercoat for a while. I need to get grey, so I'm going to go and pick some of that spray up. I think tomorrow I'll be doing that. But two things that have happened. Number one, the Imperial Guard Codex has arrived, so I can start working out my points. I mean, I've already had a look at it, and as I suspected, yeah, Imperial Guard, because they're so low in points, I think probably I've got about a 2-point army at the moment. I mean, if I wanted to field all my models together, so I had Talons fighting with Mordians, fighting with Cadians, and which isn't, you know, particularly bizarre idea, lots of people do it. Yeah, I'd probably have a fair old army now, but I'm really into the idea of just separate forces. I'm just a bit anal like that, I guess. I just want my Talon here, and they're just the Talon. I don't want them mixing with Mordians. Ditto Mordians, I don't want them mixing with Falhalans. Now I'm hearing myself say that, that sounds quite bigoted, doesn't it? Don't worry about that. I'm sure I'll just come through whatever bizarre model Imperial Guard bigotry I've got inside me. But anyway, it's good to have the book. I'm looking through it, looking at new models that I might want to get. I'd quite like one, the, I'm going to say Valkyrie, and hope that's right, the big transport ships. Anyway, one last thing, because I'm getting a bit short of time. My phone's nearly running out of space, and I've just basically had a big ramble at you, haven't I? It's heretical, I know. I had a free half hour yesterday. I'd had this guy undercoated for ages. You might have seen my other Chaos Cultist before that I was trying to do in sort of a Borderlands colour scheme. I had like 15 minutes, painted him up quick, and yeah, he's a cool enough little model. I'm not going to obviously show him off too much in front of the Dark Angels, lest they lynch him. But yeah, here he is, very OTT with the yellow and things. I love doing, dead easy to do the little burn sort of marks there on the metal, which looks quite cool. And you can see there in his visor, I've just put a thin bit of scorpion green to make it look like his eyes are glowing, mysterious, chaotical green. I've not done the question for today yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this, then I'm going to ramble about that in a minute. Okay, love you all, bye.